Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. Easter is fast approaching and so I thought to make another craft video on Easter. Last week I published a Lightbox tutorial on Easter theme and today we are going to see how to create 3D model, 2D template and then construct it back from paper. The entire video is divided into 3 parts. 3D model in Blender, 2D template creation in Pepakura and finally low poly construction from paper. To start creating the 3D model, open the Blender software on your system. Blender is an open source software freely available for anyone to download and install. Once the default window for the Blender is open, click on the default cube and then right click and delete or press X and delete. Then press Shift A to open the addition menu and from there under the mesh section, that is the first option, select UV sphere. After you have added the sphere to the workspace, click on that small minimized window titled Add UV Sphere and there reduce the total number of segments to 16 and total number of rings to 8. By doing this, we are reducing the total number of faces or total number of polygons in our 3D model because we don't want it to be high poly, we want it to be low poly. Now it's time to edit this sphere and convert it into an egg. To go into the edit mode, click on the sphere and press tab. This will take you to the edit mode. You can also go to the edit mode by clicking on that object mode drop down box and selecting edit mode. We are going to use the proportional editing to achieve the egg shape. To activate the proportional editing at the top center, click on that proportional editing button and this will activate the proportional editing mode. Click on the top vertex because we are going to move it in the top direction. Press G on the keyboard to enable the grab and move mode. Also, the moment you will press G, you will see a circle around the vertex. You can increase or decrease the radius of the circle by scrolling up and down through your mouse center wheel button. When we are doing the proportional editing, what it is going to do is that it is not only going to move the top vertex that we have selected, but it will also proportionately move the remaining vertices that are part of the circle. So you can increase and decrease the radius of this circle and accordingly you can edit the other vertices proportionately so that you can achieve that egg shape. This is the easiest way to convert a sphere into an egg in Blender. Now fundamentally the egg shape is ready and you can export the 3D file, but in case you want to create a design, there are many ways in which you can do it in Blender, but the one that I find most easy and most flexible is the knife tool. To activate the knife tool, all you need to do is press K on your keyboard and your knife tool is activated. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut every face diagonally and going to create parallel diagonal lines throughout the egg shape to create that diagonal pink effect that you saw at the very beginning of the video. So press K on the keyboard and click on the first vertex and until you will press enter, your knife tool will remain activated. So create the path that you want to create as part of the design like you see on the screen, and once you are at the last vertex, press enter and all your faces have been now divided into 2 diagonal halves. During creation of path with the help of knife tool, you can always zoom in and zoom out using the scroll wheel button of the mouse, and you can rotate your workspace by pressing the center mouse button and moving your mouse to rotate your screen. Finally, we are going to assign some colors to this egg to help Pepakura easily divide the model into 2D template. Follow the steps that you see on the screen to create 2 colors, red and white. You can choose your own colors using the color palette. And once you have decided on your colors, first select all the faces on the model by pressing A and assign it a white color. And after you have assigned all the faces white color, now it's time to assign alternate strips red color. For that you will need to select the faces on the alternate strips. You can do that by clicking on one face and then keeping shift button press, keep selecting the faces individually. This way you will be able to accurately select the faces on the alternate strips, and once you have selected all the faces, then you can click on that red color on the right hand side and click assign. And with that, our 3D model of the Easter egg is ready and we can export the .obj file. From the file menu at the top under the export section, select the wavefront.obj option. Now on to creation of the 2D template. After you have exported the file, open Pepakura Designer and drag and drop the OBJ file that you have created earlier. It's a symmetrical model, so you can proceed with the no flip option, then click next in the front and the bottom face because it will accurately identify both. Finally select no invert, and then in the scale of the model choose the height of the egg that you want to create. If you are going to use a thick paper, choose a bigger dimension. If you are going to use a thin paper, then you can go with the smaller size also. Just choose the height, and the width and the depth will automatically be selected. After loading the model, click on the unfold button at the top, and Pepakura Designer is going to divide this egg into a 2D template, and it is going to keep the red and the white faces clubbed together. So you will see alternate strips on the right hand side on your working space. That's the reason why we added colors in the Blender, because it allows Pepakura to accurately club the faces together and it lessens your work. Next, arrange the pieces that Pepakura has divided into the right order. So select one of the pieces or select the first piece on your right hand working space. The same will be highlighted on the 3D model so that you will know which is the next piece. So select it, rotate it, align it properly so that you are optimizing your space. Each small rectangle that you see on the right hand side is actually one A4 size page. So adjust as many pieces as you can on a single page so that less printing is required later on. You can use the right mouse button to move the working space and the scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom out of the working space on the right hand side. Now it's time to number the parts so that you later on know in which sequence you have to connect the parts together. To go into the text mode, press Ctrl T on your keyboard and then click on the places where you want to enter the text. So preferably you're going to put numbers on top of each of the piece so that later on you know. Lastly, click on the 2D menu and select Show Edge ID. This will assign numbers to each of the edges and the flaps. This will later help you determine which edge and which flap to connect together. To export the template, click on the File menu and select Print to PDF and save it at some location on your system, and you will have your PDF template for the 3D egg ready. So I decided to create this low poly egg on 300 GSM paper. So what I have done is that I have taken 2 white and 2 pink very thick sheets of paper, 300 GSM, and I have taken printout on a regular printing paper. To cut out the pieces, I am going to paste these printouts on top of these sheets and then cut out each of the pieces. I am going to use Fiskars paper cutting knife to cut out these parts. Since I was not able to directly take printout on the 300 GSM paper, so it has kind of increased my steps in the prep work for the assembly of this low poly model. I will be demonstrating the prep work process for one of the pieces and will follow the same process for rest of the pieces also. The first step is to cut out the piece along the solid lines. Once the piece is cut, next step is to score the piece along the dotted lines. For this we are going to use this metallic pencil and we are going to create groove lines on the cutout piece so that it enables us to create the valley and the mountain folds. Next, transfer the numbers from the template part in the exact same order onto your cutout piece. This will enable you to determine which two parts go together. This step is required because we were not able to take printout directly on the 300 GSM paper. If you are able to take printout directly on your craft paper, then this step will not be required. Last step is to create the folds on your cutout part. If the dotted line on your template is a normal dotted line, then you fold it inwards. This is also called as a valley fold. If in case it's the other form of dotted line, dash and dot, then you fold it outwards, also called as mountain fold. In this particular model, all the folds are valley folds, so create valley folds on all the scored lines. With that last step, your prep work for this piece is ready. Similarly, you have to do the same prep work for all the pieces and ready all your pieces before you start assembling. If you want, you can ready one piece and then assemble, ready another piece and then assemble also. It's your choice. To start the assembly, pick up piece number 1 and 2 and find those one edge and one flap which have common numbers. These are the two that will be going together. Since this is a symmetrical model, so the assembly is going to be very easy. Just ensure that you are connecting the right edge to the right flap. To connect the pieces together, we are going to use fast drying white PVA glue and we will apply the glue with the help of a toothpick. To start connecting, take a small amount of glue on the toothpick and apply a consistent thin layer of glue on one of the flaps that you are going to connect. Do not apply too much glue. Ensure that the layer of glue is thin and even. Check the edge IDs once again and then align the two pieces carefully, and with gentle amount of pressure from your fingers, connect the two pieces together. Give it few seconds to dry off before you proceed with the next flap. Follow the same process and keep attaching the strips one after another till you reach the last strip. This is where it is going to be most difficult because there will be very less space to hold the flaps together for them to adhere. So then you can start using a forceps or a tweezer to hold the pieces together. And by attaching this last part, our Easter egg will be ready. And here is our Easter egg after fully completed. Since I made it on a thick paper, it is very solid and it has come out really nice. It has come out better than my expectations as I had imagined it. So I hope you guys liked this video on how to create an Easter egg model in Blender, then create its template in Pepakura, and finally do the low poly modeling for the created 3D model. If you guys like this video, then please do not forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.